Yep. Hello everybody, welcome back to Don't Stop. It's Gabriel here, and we are doing an unboxing of the HTC Vive. Now, I got it out of the packaging. I got it from FedEx. It requires a signature because it's so expensive. This thing will run you probably around $800 with the summer sale going on right now. But we got it, we have it here, and this is going to be my first time actually opening the HTC Vive box. So here we go. I'm pretty dang excited because this thing is going to add a lot to our gaming here. Wowee. Look at that presentation. That is beautiful. So these are the sensor boxes. These are what are going to go around the room in order to pick up where we are actually with these controls. Those are a lot bigger than I thought they were. In the pictures, they look a lot smaller. Holy smokes, those controls are huge. Wowee. Look at that. That is amazing. That's some pretty hardware. We got two independent clickers here. We got a finger trigger there. We got a thumb pad here. We got a button that looks like a menu button that's giving us that menu thing, and then here looks like additional menu items. But these are all the diodes that are going to be tracked by those boxes, so you can see where your hand is. And you can make an actual grabbing motion. So if I want to grab with my wrist, actually squeeze with these hands, and that's going to push in these buttons here. And so if I want to grab something, I'm actually grabbing. That's really cool. Way to go. Remember, this is brought to us by HTC and Valve. Valve has helped and worked on this project, and together they have made this beast of a machine. Here's our headset itself. So we do have cable. This is not wireless, as some have thought, but this is going to be definitely, I mean, with this much power going into this machine, they're going to definitely need cables running all the way through. Looks like we have HDMI, USB, and then an audio. Cool. Well, that is all that we have in the contents of our box. They have it really, really packed well, so you're not going to be getting any damage on your way back to your way to your home. And I like that. I think this is going to be real nice. So we'll go ahead and break into this a little more, and then we'll see what else we got inside the box. Okay, in the side here we have a little bit of hardware as well as some paperwork to go with it. Not exactly sure what this is, but this looks like it's going to be the conversion box that goes straight into your PC. Kind of simplify everything. Everything from the VR headset will come into here, and all the cables will go out to the PC. That's pretty cool. And it does come with cabling. Beautiful. So you won't have to go out and get yourself some new cable. Section. Let's see if there's anything underneath this. Ooh, look, a treasure trove. We found some more stuff that's underneath the sensors. We got some more cabling. Holy smokes, look how many cables come with this bad boy. It'll take a little while to set up, but I think we'll be alright. Look at all this. Oh, these are like little stands for the sensors. That's awesome. Some stickers. You never go wrong by sending out stickers. Oh, never mind, it's just an instruction manual. Dang it, I was hoping for stickers. Stickers are my favorite. And what do we got in here? Some charging ports? Are these like for charging my phone? This is awesome. But that's what we got inside the box, so we're gonna go ahead and get this set up, and then we will see what we can do with this HTC Vive. I'm really excited to get this going. I have a couple people from my family that are gonna be playing, and I'm gonna throw them into some scary games and see if they poop their pants. Yeah.
Alright, first things first, in order to set up our HTC Vive, I wanted to get my sensor modules up in the corners of my room. Now, the way they want you to set it up is in a diagonal pattern from each other across the room in your play area. So you have that outlined very well as it allows the sensors to pick up and capture the entire room, giving you a little more freedom to roam around. If you've never mounted anything on the wall, be sure to take proper care in order to do it safely. I used wall anchors and the screws that were provided in order to mount the brackets in order to put the sensors up on the corners. The sensors are a little bit heavier, so make sure that you mount them up there good. Otherwise, use a platform or an elevated surface to keep them up in the air. Once the sensors are in place, we're ready to roll. And maybe be a little too excited to get into our HTC Vive. Or maybe not excited enough.
Alright, now that we got our sensors set up, they were diagonal across the room space that we want, and then we also have them set up in almost a 120-degree angle that is optimal for their space, and that will create this big area for us to run around and play in. Remember, you do have an instruction booklet that tells you all this stuff, step by step, how to get it all set up, so don't be afraid to use instructions. Instructions are good. They make you not make mistakes. Now we're going to look at cabling and seeing how we're going to get cabling set up, because these require power as well as some connections back down to the VR headset and the PC itself.
Now we want to get power to our sensors. Luckily, h.t.c provided really long cables, and once you get them plugged in, a little blue light turns up on the right side.
Alright, we've got power set up to both sensors here, so now we're going to be able to start working our cables to get to the PCs. Okay, now that we've got our stations set up, our next plan after we've mapped out a room is to go ahead and get onto htcvive.com/setup and download the software required for this headset. So when you get in your HTC setup, after you follow the step-by-step, it's really easy. Just click through next and install. After you get through the setup, it's going to ask you for an account authorization to sign in, either HTC account, Google+, Facebook, or Steam, which is what I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and use my Steam. Okay, now that we've got our HTC account set up, it's going to start installing all the software for you, and then once that's done, we'll come right back and we'll go ahead and look at what we can do with this software. All our software and everything is set up. We can go ahead and put in this is an optional cable that comes with it, but it's called the sync cable, and in the back here there's a slot for that in each one, and so you link the sync cable between both of your sensors, and that will allow them to sync up as set. And another thing that we want to look at, make sure it's there before I fall down and hit my face. If you come here to the front, if you look up at the sensor, there's actually a letter that's right there. One of them has to be C, and one of them on the other sensor has to be E, in order for them to properly pick up what is going on inside the room. If they are not, on the back next to the sensory, the sync cable, there's actually a button you can press, and that will hook them up appropriately, and you'll be ready to go. Okay, we've got power to our sensors, we've got our sync cable in. Last thing you want to do, and this is what I saved for last, is on the front there's actually a film that protects the lens. You want to take that off, otherwise it can mess up with the interference in the room and the sensors won't pick up things appropriately. So we've got this one set to B, that one set to C, sync cable's in, power's in. Let's go ahead and get our headset set up. So next we have our setup for our headset. This is what we're going to want. We want our link box, which links our headset to our PC. Comes with our power cord. We have a USB cable that came with it and an HDMI cable. I already put those in, and we'll go ahead and get those set up on the PC and see what the headset will do with that. All right, so now we've got our cabling set up. Here is our link box. I have it hooked up to my PC, and what I actually did is there's a mini display port that has a mini HDMI to a full HDMI. This will be my display, so while we're playing games, you can actually see what they're seeing through this screen. And then this is where our orange runs to our headset. And what I actually did here, it's a temporary setup. I'm going to try and permanently put all this stuff in later on. But right now, I have this running through the ladder so it's not going to rub against my base here. And I will move this whole table and everything. And I still got plenty of room so you can test how far your cable will go. And I can have someone else run all the way to this wall, which is perfect. Because all this room right here is where they're going to roam. They're going to be running around with this headset on. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so now we have our power. We're going to want to make sure you have a lot of outlets because all of these require micro USB. And I got both of my power set up here. You can get one of these little boxes, literally 10 bucks is what it costs. That one's a Monster brand. And go ahead and hook these up and get them charged up. Once these are charged, I believe we'll be ready to go. This orange light will come on that indicates that it is charging. Hey guys, okay, so we got everything set up. I thought all our software and everything was installed. Two things were happening. I was getting an error that said Steam unable to hit VR Compositor, and what that was saying is when you install the HTC Vive software, there's an actual, and you sign up for the HTC account, that software can't be running while the Steam VR software is trying to run. Obviously, you got one headset, so only one program can run. So I shut off the HTC stuff so I could run the Steam VR. And then what I was getting with Steam VR Server, EXE was unable to launch. And so what I had to do there is I actually had to go into your program files, Steam, common file, or Steam apps, common files there,
and then you delete the VR, Steam VR setup, and once you do that, then you reinstall Steam VR, and once that's happened, it will start launching properly. So now Steam VR is launching for me, and what we're trying to do is get our calibration set up. We've run into another problem. That problem is that our Steam setup down here is not actually launching, and what we have to do is we have to try and pair our headset and our controllers to the actual sensors up top. So we have everything set up. We want to get our controllers set up. What you're normally supposed to do is actually pair them. So when you turn on your controller, it'll have a green light, and then you actually hold down your system button and the menu button up top, and it'll give you a second chime, and it's supposed to be chiming, hold on, there we go, there's our second chime. That's blue where it's blinking, that means it's in pairing mode. On your little Steam VR thing here, go ahead and hit, oh, let's get that one. Go ahead and hit pair controller, there we are, and it'll bring up a little menu. And what's happening is mine aren't actually pairing properly. So it's out of pairing and the controller just shut off. What we've had to do in order to work around that, and it's happened every time, so every time I shut off my system, it's not pairing properly. What I've had to do is you take one of the USBs that comes with the device, go ahead, I'm gonna go over to my rig here. Go ahead and plug the USB into the rig anywhere. So you got a USB connector, it's a micro USB, so you can use that on anything. And then what you do, plug it in, it'll turn orange. You hear it beep, that means that it's connected to the system. Only press the button once, it'll turn on the controller, and now we've unplugged it, it should be green. Let's go back over here to our monitors so we can see. And now you can see we do have one controller connected. So that's green. It has like a little exclamation point because you can update the firmware, which assists it. But we will do the same thing with this controller and we'll be ready to go. Okay guys, we got our controller set up, our headsets hooked up, everything. Next is actually the room setup, and you're gonna get prompted on here. I'll let you guys go ahead and figure it out on your own. It's really easy, you follow through. Okay, so when you're gonna measure your room out, here's a tip for you. I didn't follow this at first, and it ended up having someone punch one of my recording boxes here. From your boundaries, I'd measure out probably about a foot or two. So when you have to go around and you trace with your trigger finger, and just stay about a foot or two away from the walls, as well as any items that someone may punch, because that has happened to us, and unfortunately, one of my controllers is like drifting now. Not sure if that's because of that, but keep that in mind. All right, everybody, now that everything is set up, you can go ahead and game away. Enjoy the fun in the HTC Vive, be safe, and as always, don't stop doing what you love. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Have fun in those virtual worlds. Gabriel, signing out. Hey everybody, thank you for watching. This is gonna be my last little tidbit. Now, I've had it for about a week and we've played a lot of games. I've had a lot of people over here to play the games with us. So here's a few things that helped us out, and I think it might help you out as well. One is, on the floor, you notice I have black tape laying around. That black tape is the outline where spectators can stay on the outside of. And so spectators just kind of keep your distance, because while these people are playing, some people are just really, really intense. And there's a lot of games out there, especially that require this whole area. You know, your space may not be as big, and so they're going to use that area really big and swinging fast, shooting, dodging, rolling, whatever. So keep out of the way, keep safe. And then another thing I did is I actually taped my headset cable to the main cable, so it stopped getting in the way. What was happening is I was having the cable kind of wrap around underneath people's arms and stuff. And that was really getting annoying. So we went ahead and did that, and then other than that, running the sync cable and everything up top, I did that just to keep it out of the way and keep everything kind of really, really tight. It's not perfect, but you know, it was kind of a rush thing. That was a quick setup, but hope you guys have fun with your HTC Vive. I will see you on some other games. Go ahead and check out some other videos on our channel if you want to see how some of these games are before you purchase them. I've got quite a few, and I'll be putting up videos every week if I can. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.